Hi everyone, Courtney here with Bionic Blaze. So as a girl and an amputee, a lot of people might wonder what exactly you do for accessories, how do you wear your pants, how do you make things look realistic, and one of the biggest things is actually getting covers for your prosthetic so that it's the same size as your other leg. So the first year that I had gotten it done, I did a skin toned, like somewhat kind of realistic, but the color was really white and not the same as my skin at all. The skin swatches were just like two or three shades of white, I guess. So when I got it, it didn't look super realistic, and I was kind of bummed about it. And as a new amputee, I wasn't sure what exactly to do, and I've always really wanted a tattoo, like a sleeve, but it's also really painful and a commitment, and so I kind of thought maybe I should just get a leg sleeve on the prosthetic part. So what I ended up doing was, this is the leg sleeve that is the first one. It was a lot lighter. It's gotten really dirty. This is probably like 12 years old at this point. You can kind of see like where the color is, and it's totally not the same skin tone as anything, but I had a tattoo artist do this in Sharpie, so he made me a whole entire leg sleeve, and it looked pretty realistic from far away. It obviously got kind of worn down, and it's, you know, made out of like foam to kind of be a little squishy, but it was a great cover to have for the time that I had it. I probably wore it for like 4 or 5 years. It was a pain because you had to completely take the prosthetic foot off in order to take this off, so that was a bit of a struggle, because you have to basically undo it all and make sure everything stays in line. And so when I got a new knee, this didn't fit anymore because it was a different type of knee and a different shape and a different height. So when I got the second knee, I wanted it to be a little bit more robotic for the cover, and so I used the company called Unique, and they spell it with a Q, and I did black carbon fiber. And basically what they do is they do all the measurements, take pictures of your real leg, and take into consideration the shape of the actual prosthetic so that when it goes around it, it will fit it correctly, and then it'll also be the same size as your other leg. So when you're wearing pants, it doesn't look like this weird skinny metal piece, you know, just floating around and not really working that well. So I ended up doing the black carbon fiber, so you can kind of see that it's calf shaped. So this is basically the size of my calf, and then they kind of narrow it down, but then they also shape it to the size of your prosthetic. So this is my old knee that I just got a brand new knee a couple weeks ago. So this is the old knee, and they basically form it to fit the size of it, and then it actually has magnetic pieces in it so that you can take it off. So this is actually a lot nicer because all you have to do is unscrew these pieces, and then you can take the whole entire cover off if you need to. And then the magnetic pieces are really great because it's super strong. It doesn't really fall off. I've had a couple times where I bump it and it falls off, but you just snap it right back on. But when I got the carbon fiber, it was just this black carbon fiber, and it looked a little too masculine. It was pretty severe looking because my socket, which is the part where my residual limb still is, was also black carbon fiber. So it was a lot of dark black carbon fiber for one side, and it just wasn't very girly. So it was just a little too masculine for me. So I had the same tattoo artist actually make me a new design. So he ended up using acrylic paint and kind of just did a pretty more feminine design on it. I had to play around with the protection of it for both of these, I did a plastic spray. It was like a, I guess, a playground plastic spray that you spray on your playground stuff so that the paint doesn't get all messed up. That worked fine on this, and there was no issues. There was no discoloration or anything like that. But then for this, it's a completely different type of plastic or carbon fiber, and this isn't Sharpie like the first one, so I didn't want to mess up the acrylic paint, and then I also didn't want to mess up the actual carbon fiber. I still wanted that to show through. So I had to play around. I did a lot of different sprays and things like that. What I ended up using was a mix of the plastic spray, but then it actually made this all filmy looking. And so I had to go in and kind of wipe down everything, and I ended up figuring out that nail polish remover worked best. So I kind of did that, and then I ended up finding a varnish that worked best. So I was a little scared that I totally messed it up, but I was able to fix it. And it ended up looking great. I wore this for probably 4 or 5 years as well. So I think it was really pretty, and it was a good design, and it's still obvious it's a prosthetic, but it still had some more feminine and unique features to it. People always asked if I did it myself, and I am not. I'm an artistic person, but I'm definitely not a painter or a drawer. So yeah, those are the two covers that I got. I'm gonna go with the same unique cover because of a lot of different reasons, but just the fit has been really great. It was really easy to get it created. It still takes about 4 weeks to get to you once you've done the measurements and the pictures, but it's really great, and it protects your prosthetic. You can kind of see that I wore it down over time. Just this is the neat part where if you're doing like workouts and stuff, that's gonna wear down a bit. Yeah, so I plan on doing another one, and I haven't really decided what I'm going to do, but it'll be something a little different. I still want to use a tattoo artist, and I'll probably have them do some sort of mandala style sleeve and make it more of like an inverted tattoo in a way, because the black will obviously be the skin, so they'll need to use white or a different sort of tone for the main part of the painting, basically. Yeah, just wanted to give you a little bit of insight on different things that you can use to cover your prosthetic, and like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. Thank you.